By the end of this video, one of these 3 decks will be motorized. Ride Kit Series Mounting Instruction. Okay, instructions very simple, just 1 sheet of paper and battery case. By the way, this battery is removable, so yeah, I can take my board in an airplane, I guess. Okay, so these are the front tracks. So 45-degree barrel cone pushing combination with a rounded washer. And I believe these are the 90mm wheels, even so there is absolutely no writing anywhere on the wheels, but I'm pretty sure these are 90mm and they feel a little bit harder. They're probably 78 Durameter. Okay, let's put this down for now. And now let's get the real wheels. Yeah, it's pretty simple. It's about the same trucks, and these are hub motors. So even so, the hub motors, the amount of PU around the motor is pretty generous, so yeah, I'm confident this is gonna be okay. And it looks pretty good. Yeah, let's put this down. Let's see what else is in the box, if anything else. Yeah, it should be somewhere else. So here we have the Max 2 Pro Max 4 Pro operation instructions. So here's the instruction manual. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna need that. I have both these boards, the Max 4 and the Max 2. We have a business card. We have a few cables, so this is the cable to charge the remote. Here is the cable to charge the battery itself in combination with this very small brick. Let me see, this is probably 2 amps. Yeah, a 2 amps power brick. Let's put this down. Okay, we have racing pads for the tracks. So if you're mounting this on a deck that maybe is too small and you need to brace it up so you don't get wheel bites. So they thought about everything. Okay, this is the new MaxFine remote. This is the one that is actually very nice. I love the grip on this one. Nice wheel action, couple of spots on LCD screen, super lightweight. Metal's plastic, but it's good, but plastic is fine. And then we have a couple of tools. So basically, Allen key, T2. Okay guys, so it's now time to choose the right deck. Now I have a few decks here. Now you've probably seen this one in all my videos. It's always on the back, because it's such a beautiful deck and it's been hand painted by an artist, both front and back. They have transparent grip tape. I love it. But there is a bit of a problem with this deck. It's too wide here on the front. With the tracks of the MII kit, I'm gonna get some wheel bite. So they included some racers, but they're like really thin, so they don't help much. Now I have thicker racers, and this, even so they help, I might still need something even bigger. But even with these racers, I can probably mount the kit in this deck, but there are some advantages and disadvantages to having racers. So one is you don't get wheel bites, so the wheels don't touch the deck, which at the moment with the standard racers they do. And if I put this one, they might not touch as much, but they make the center of gravity a little bit higher. That's something I don't like too much. I like to have a low center of gravity. So yeah, this deck is out of the competition. Now, let's talk about this one. So I like this deck. I was thinking to do something kind of like a surf kite, very cool, very small, with a small kicktail. You can see the theme here. I really wanted to have a surf kite. ESK companies, they don't do surf kite for some reason. Like recently, Meepo got the Meepo Flow, but generally speaking, all the electric skateboards look the same. They're kind of boring. So I wanted something fun and cool, like a surf kite. Now, the problem with this is that the wheels are big. At 90mm for a surf kite, that's huge. Usually surf kite, they have wheels that are like under 70mm. So yeah, I don't feel it's gonna be fun. I mean, it could be fun actually. But yeah, I would prefer to do something a little bit different. And for that, I bought this brand new deck. And now this looks as much as you can like an actual surfboard. I mean, this is like a surfboard, just smaller. And it was made for skating. It's not so wide, you can see it's quite narrow, so it's very likely that I'm gonna get wheel bites, so maybe the included racers are gonna be okay. So now it's time to get this ready and mount the MII kit. Now we're gonna place the battery and the rear motors all together already with the cables connected, so we can see exactly where this is gonna be. So I'm gonna line up here. I like to bring the cables a little bit back. So this is in place, and the battery should be in place somewhere about there. Now all I have to do is now remove the battery and the tracks, and now what we have is a template. So this will be the position where we're going to place the battery, and now all we have to do is with a permanent marker we're going to draw the points where this is going to be. So this is more or less in the center. We are going to mark the 6 points where the screws should be. We are 2 more and we're done. So now we know where we need to drill later on the deck. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dots that we're going to need to drill. Next step is mounting. So beside the drill, to drill your deck, the only other tool you're going to need is the included MaxFine T-tool that already have a screwdriver. Even so there is a screwdriver included on the T-tool, well, I have my own. Now it's time to reconnect the cables. I like to loop here on the back, same as you will with any other electric skateboards, and then you'll see there is a little arrow. It's right there, and a little arrow there. These need to match. We plug this in, and that's it. Let's do the same with the right motor. Find the arrow, which is right there. And there it is. Make sure you plug this well, and you can see how it nicely loops here on the back. I'll put this cable beside the tracks. This is the way I like it. It doesn't mean you have to do it like this, but yeah, this is how most electric skateboards are. Now it's time to give it a try. Now that we have both tracks mounted and the battery mounted and we already tested and it worked, it's time for the grip tape. And I know what you're thinking. You should usually put the grip tape before you even mount everything, but yeah, I like to cover all the screws so it's having a very nice clean design. So yeah, I'm mounting this at the very end. Nice. Okay, the way you do this by yourself is you put it here all the way to the edge, get a couple of clamps to hold it into place. Oh shit, already break it. There we go. Now that this doesn't move, we're gonna start gluing from the back. Okay, because the grip tape really damaged my skin, I'm gonna wear these gloves that I should have been wearing from the very beginning, but well, it's never too late. So we're gonna put the back first, and then we're gonna go to the front. Now, because there is a concave on this deck, it's important to start from the middle and then to the sides. Take your time. So you don't get bubbles. So far, so good. So we remove a little bit and then we stick a little bit with patience. Always from the middle and then to the sides. And now we need to cut it. The way we're gonna cut it, I like to use a screwdriver. You can use any tool you want, something metal that it won't break. I like to use this one and basically just rub, again, the edge. Now with a cutter, very carefully, we're gonna start removing the sandpaper. So we cut a little bit on the edge, and we start little by little cutting over what we already softened with grip tape, and it's coming out. Okay, now the remaining sandpaper that we have, actually grip tape, that is also sandpaper, we are actually going to use it to clean up the edges. Okay, so here it is, my very own board. So I designed this myself, thanks to the Max Fine M5 kit. Now it's time for me to go out and have some fun.
The world is spinning and I'm dizzy staring at the stars. I left the pages in my schedule, but they're falling hard. Find me on your way out, I'll be right here. The world is spinning and I'm dizzy staring at the stars. They don't seem so far. The sky is sunny, but the clouds are running in my head. I'm thinking maybe I would rather play the part instead. Don't know what to say now, I'll get my eyesight checked. But I can listen while I'm wishing, staring at the stars. They don't seem so far. They don't seem so far. I'm getting older and we feel a little colder. The world is trying to get us to trip, fall, roll over. But there is more to prove. These mountains, they can move. Sit tight, buckle up, we bound to hit our groove. I'm closing chapters, looking backwards, and I'm making sense. I'm interested in all that flourishes from ignorance. Nothing in my way now, except for my own years. The world is spinning and I'm dizzy staring at the stars. They don't seem so far.
Alright guys, so I've been riding this board already for some time, and yeah, the first thing first is that it's so beautiful because I designed it myself. It's exactly the way I like it. But I have to have done a couple of modifications. So first, as you can see, the wheels. I have cloud wheel donuts. So in the front there's just regular cloud wheels, but in the back you can see these are cloud wheel donuts. And the reason I changed the wheels is not so much about the performance, it's just about the color. Look at this. It's kind of like the same color as the deck. Here is pink, and these are red, but it kind of looks like pink because it's a little bit translucent here on the rubber. Yeah, I really like it. But when I changed to clad wheels, one big problem is that I was getting wheel bite. So I was already getting wheel bite with the 90 millimeters, so I have to put racers. So first I tried with 12 millimeter racers, didn't work, I still getting wheel bites, and now I put 28 millimeter racers, and yeah, that make a big difference. I don't get wheel bite anymore. Now the racers are really big, so I put 28 in the front and 12 in the back, so it's not exactly level, it's a little bit higher on the front. I can barely notice it, but I really like it. It gives it like a nice sporty feeling, and it carves so well, and it's super comfortable because these are racers with holes inside, which kind of like give a little bit of shock suspension to it in combination with the clad wheels and a flexible deck. It is extremely comfortable ride. Now when it comes to the power, this is basically an entry-level board, similar to something like a Max Fine Max 4 Pro or a Max Fine Max 5. What does that mean? Well, accelerates very smooth, like any other hobby wing, so that's to be expected, but it kind of like takes a couple of seconds to pick up speed. When you pick up speed, it goes really fast. But in the departments where I was wishing for a lot more was braking. So the brake is obviously very smooth, like hobby wing, but I wish for more power on the braking. But that's because I'm a pretty big, heavy guy and someone around 220 pounds. And if you're lighter than me, you're probably gonna be okay. Also keep in mind that I changed the wheels for 105 millimeter cloud wheels, which, you know, the bigger the wheel, the more power you're gonna need. So basically it's taking some of that power, some of that kick by just changing to bigger wheels. So if you keep the 90 millimeter wheels, you're probably gonna have a way better performance. But you know, I don't care about performance, I care about the way it looks. That's the whole point of making this kit happen, you know, is to have it my way. And my way was with red wheels. And on top of that, yeah, cloud wheels are really good for when the terrain is really bad. And this board is actually incredibly comfortable all the time, no matter where I'm riding. Even with very bad roads, it's still very good. Okay, I hope this music doesn't get me demonetized. But anyway, so here it is. It is a really good board. One little thing that I wanna bring here is that the battery is removable. And look at how simple that is. I can access the battery in like what, 5 seconds? So in case you need extra range, which I don't, I'm fine with the range of this board. So I get somewhere around maybe 12 to 15 kilometers riding very aggressively. Like I say, I'm a big rider and I ride very aggressively. It's likely that if you're lighter and you don't ride so aggressive, like full speed all the time like I do, you're gonna get much more range. But for me, it's fine. But if for whatever reason I need more range, well, I can just buy a couple of more batteries on the seat, then I can triple the range easily. Another thing very important is like, even so this battery, theoretically speaking, will not pass through a TSA control because the battery is a little bit bigger than what is allowed to bring on an airplane. They usually don't check, and if you put a label that says it's 160 watts or even 99 watts, you're okay. They usually don't check, and it's really not a big difference. Always follow the rules whenever you can. I haven't really tested out, but yeah, I tested out with another battery that was like 109 watts from long ago from a different board, and I just put a 99 watt label, and yeah, it was like 9 watt difference. So yeah, well, 10 watt difference. So yeah, it wasn't much of a problem. So I guess it should be fine. Okay, guys, that's it. If you're planning to buy this fantastic Max Fine kit, make sure to buy it from my affiliate down below. If you have enjoyed this video, don't forget to comment, share, and subscribe. Okay, that's it. Adios, amigos.